all doing? Hope you're doing fine. My name is Jackie, and I'm a twin flame reader, divine masculine and a feminine channeler. I'm a medium and a therapist. So I'm here to do and to support you to get back in alignment with yourself, with the universe. And let's see what is going on for the divine feminine. What's the theme of this week? And what do you want to tell your divine masculine? Justice and balance. Justice and balance. Ma'at, I hear right away, Ma'at, the goddess of justice is coming through. And to keep everything in balance. Yeah, just adjusting my, no. My phone, adjusting my phone. Okay. I don't know what happened, but we'll be okay. Justice, Ma'at, she came through and then everything fell over. So it could be that things needs to get back in balance. I also hear justice is coming in on all levels. Balance between the masculine and the feminine for the divine feminine is already there. There is more balance now than there was a couple of weeks before. So balance is returning. It also could be things that are done to you, you know, karma is returning, karma is coming back. So you've been under a lot of attack. I don't know. I think attack is such a techy word, but it's like injustice. I hear it's injustice. Injustice. What happened to you, and now everything is coming back in balance. Karma is returning. Good dharma is coming towards you. You know how to hold it. You know how to hold yourself in a situation that is very stressful. So I think you're doing a really amazing job, divine feminines. There is some things are returning to you because it has it's a time now with Pluto coming into Aquarius. You know, old karma is being done. You know, 16 years of karma is like flipped out of our lives. You know, we don't have to go back and think, oh, but it happened that time, it will come back again. No, because this planetary energy of Pluto was a huge shift and had a huge thing in this, because it was it was in Pisces before, so it was like looking for all kind of ways to come into the softer energy of emotions. And now it's coming into technology in the mind space, more grounded, more body, I hear, you know. So justice will be made. Oh my God, ticking again. I don't know what it is, but I have spirits here in the house that are sending signs, and I hear them as confirmation. So yeah, it's really beautiful how the divine feminine gets that beautiful balance in her energy. Um, Also using elements around her, coming into that um, um, in that presence of yeah, more in the present moment. I hear more in that space of, okay, I feel what I feel. It's okay to feel what I feel about what is happening. I don't need to deal with it right away. I let the universe deal with it. You know, if we all take things in our own hands, the whole world is chaos. And that's why we have so much control, you know, in our systems. You know, that the government wants to control us, and because we do it ourselves. If we go into a space of um, I hear no evil, I see no evil, and I speak no evil, then we turn it all around. But because we do, you know, we get more controlled. So yeah, what exactly do you want in your life? And that's what Maat says, you know, be as gentle as you can. Your heart needs to be like a feather, you know, so it won't weigh your heart. It won't weigh somebody else's heart. And if you go to that space, then it will be so much easier, you know. And yeah, grand rising to you too. And yes, the feminine is rising, you know. It's the feminine is reclaiming her power from the masculine side that has to deal with do, work, and constantly in a male environment, you know. The divine feminine is pushing it all away and saying, I'm coming into my divine feminine energy, and I let it happen. And Maat says, you know, it's all okay what you are doing, because you keeping the balance within yourself, so you can keep the balance on the outer side. And it's really needed. We can show our emotions and we can show everything, but we are also um, giving that energy of what wants to penetrate us, because you are that love, you are that light, you are spreading that energy around without even knowing that you're doing it, because it's a state of being that you are. It attracts people, but it also compels people. And you need to know that. You need to know that is um, one of the things. So that's perfectly fine. Okay. Yeah, divine feminine is in a state of in her mind, she wants to leave. In her mind, she wants to leave. And I hear, um, um, don't try to escape. Don't try to escape and run away because you feel uncomfortable. It's now time to sit with your emotions, to sit with what is coming up, instead of trying to avoid it, to run off to a place, because there you have so many options now, and you want, that's the first reaction, what you want to do. Your first reaction was always like run away. Now with Pluto, they say, okay, now it's time to sit still and sit it out. Because if you do, you will get such a big reward over your emotions. And could be that the Divine Feminine wants to go home, or she is at a place that she is not comfortable. And because the emotions are rising, so they really said, sit still, deal with it. Don't rush, don't go this direction or that direction, or to divert, or to distract yourself. Distract yourself. So yes, do that for yourself, because it will free you. It will give you more freedom than you think. You think the freedom is somewhere else, but you need the freedom within yourself to be able to sit with those emotions. And the freedom, you will be guided. You will be guided anyway. You need to do the things that is good for you. You need to do the things that's good for your environment. The disjust of the justice or the disjust that you had over you. You can sit with it, you can leave it, and work with it, go through it. Some things are never being so harsh as they meant to be, because in every situation, people react on emotions, and you feel that. So try to feel those emotions, and after that, detach from those emotions and go on as normally as you can, and be in that loving space. And sometimes we all need to have a little bit more space for ourselves, to deal with situations around us. So that's for the Divine Feminine. Don't rush off. Don't distract yourself. Sit with it, work through it. And that will set you free. That will set you free. That will give you freedom. So what is supporting the Divine Feminine? What is supporting the Divine Feminine? What is supporting the Divine Feminine? Yeah, being in a space, the Five of Pentacles. It will support her. That's interesting. To be in that space of coldness, being in a space of lack, being in a space of not able to provide, because I know the Divine Feminine And the goddess energy is always giving, is always giving, is always being of service, service to other people, because that's where we trained for. That's how we are programmed for. Now they say, okay, it's time now for you. Give yourself a little bit more space instead of giving or begging, because that's also what women do, instead of begging for attention, begging for acknowledgement. And that's more the distorted energies I feel, because they show me it's a layer beyond that. And of course we can go into that layer and saying, okay, we need to be transmuting that energy. So be with that space, and be with source, be with spirit, be with one, where you can feel whole, where you can feel in alignment with source, because it's the time to go within. We have the dark mother, it's the dark mother time. So go within, deal with all these emotions, deal also with the emotions that you try to suppress. What kind of emotions do you suppress for yourself? And hold that masculine and feminine in balance, because I see there is abundance when it's the right time to go outside. Abundance will come to you. You can't rush your healing. I said you can't rush your healing, and you will receive in time being, to let go of stuff that needs to let go. And Pluto will help you with this. Pluto in Aquarius will help us with that, because there are so many things that we need to know, so many things that is here to help us and support us to elevate. So yeah, it's really, really beautiful. Yeah. So in that space, hold that abundance. We are not poor. We have no lack in our lives. It's just our mindset. So if you think there is lack in your life, you will also attract it. And if you think about abundance, you will also create abundance in your life, because we don't lack anything. We don't lack love, we don't lack creativity, we don't lack all of those things. And I think when we are shifting and changing that we are always okay, because we're created by the image of the universe. We are the universe. We are that God. We are that goddess within. So we don't lack anything. It's our mind that creates that there is lack, or creates that we're sick or ill or having something, while the universe is also working with us to shift that. So how beautiful is that? Thank you, Monique. So what is blocking the divine feminine? I probably already said it. Yeah, waiting for the right time to pick our fruits, Maybe it's being patient. Is our being patient as a woman, you know, or impatient. Let's say it that. We need to believe that the universe has for everything a right time and divine time for things to come in prosperity and fruits. And you know, the apple will drop on its own when it's ripe. And that's how we need to believe in the things that is working for us, because we sometimes we don't see it, but the universe knows. And when the universe knows that when something is the right time, whoops, they drop something or someone or a situation right on your path to open your eyes and say, wow, wow. And then you get challenged. We all get challenged. And in that challenge, they will show us, are we ready? Are we ready to, you know, pick all those apples from that tree? Is our basket big enough? You know, do we have what it takes? Are we healthy enough? Is our body strong enough to do this kind of work? Is our love and our devotion big enough to sustain through it? And we can also see it a little bit different, that we say, okay, you know, I can go and pick all those apples from the tree. But if I know that they fall off at the right time in the right place, I will sit back and say, okay, I'm going to do something different. I'm here to, you know, to work in the garden, to do something with my flowers, to be creative, do the things that I need to do because there wasn't enough time to do it. And I will take a rest and I will wait till those apples drop off on their own, because the first one already dropped, so the others will follow. And I don't have to climb into the tree. I don't have to do that work. I have to save myself. And I'm just here to hold that space and open my arms, and that everything will drop into my lap. Wow. And be lazy, because it's the time to go within and let the things unfold. The only thing that can happen, that you're saying, okay, maybe I'm too impatient and I want those apples. But then you get the apples they're not ripe. You can't eat them. You can't do anything with it. So I would say, what do you want to choose? Do you want something that's ready for you? Or do you want something that it's not working? So I think we're choosing the right one as divine feminine. You know, let those apples drop. Be patient. You know, hold that space for yourself and lean back and see how the things will come towards you. When the right time is there, you will get the signs and you know exactly when to take action. Okay? Wow. How does the divine feminine sees the divine masculine? Wow. Perfectly, as strength. The divine feminine has sees the divine masculine as strength. Okay, you have the knowledge, you have the strength, you have the power. You know, you are connected. And like the apples, I will wait. Okay? Like the apples, I will wait. If it's the right person, you never know. If it's the right, you know. You know what you know. Your feelings, oh, okay. I hear don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't chase a man because you want a man in your life. You know, the right one will drop in. He will drop from that tree, you know, like a surprise from the universe. So be in that space of silence, be in that space of patience. And you know you have the strength. You know you have the strength because you came already so far. You know, and your divine masculine will wait for you when it's the right time for you, because he has that strength. So you don't have to, you know, go after it, go chase it, go chase it. That is the energy of the distorted feminine. Well, you can connect with your divine masculine, but we don't have to do the work. You know, we don't have to do the work. And if there is a trust issue with the masculine towards the divine feminine, then it's his to dissolve, you know. Then he has to dig why the divine feminine has a distrust towards the divine masculine. That's his job to do, not your job to do. So that strength will give you so much inner power to be able to sustain through everything. We can handle everything. We're not here to be a victim. We are no victims. We are no victims from our circumstances. They're all lessons we need to learn. But we're never a victim. And we have to go through certain things, you know, to grow and to be in that divine feminine energy. Know that you're always watched and be taken care over. Know that we're always protected, because that's that shield we have over us. We are connected to the Lyrans, you know, with the strength cards, the Lyran white lions that are now coming in huge. And I said a couple of months ago, weeks ago, when we started to shift in October, that there were a lot of white lion energies coming down to this earthly plane to protect. And to protect what is ours, and to protect what needs to protect it. You know, I told you about the floods and everything in my previous readings, that the floods were really coming and is being manufactured, you know, by the white hats to clear out all the tunnels and the dumps. For what's happening there. So yeah, we can say, oh, all those poor people. It's not about the poor people. It's about what's going on underneath the surface. It's going on, what is all going on with what's going on in America with P. Diddy. It's a diversion, but it's already a sign, you know. It's the sign that is given, that all that dirty, controlled and stuff is going out, because the light is shine on it, because there are already much more light workers and feminine energy that needs to be protected from those distorted energies. So the divine feminine needs to strengthen herself to be able, and that's why she gets support of the white lions and the universe, of course, and source and goddesses and all your spirit guides, to hold and sustain that energy. Because we are shining the light, and we are those warriors that saying no more. We're not a victim. Really, for every woman that's watching, you are not a victim. There is something that happened in your life that, and we all know it, deep down, when you go deep down, you already know why that happened. Why that happened. Because there was already a warning before it happened. Before that situation happened, you got already a warning. But you chose to went through with it, or walk that street, or, let it collapse, because you were too afraid to address it with yourself. You was too afraid to lose what you had. So that's why the things are coming back to you. That's, you can call it karma, but you can also say, it was a what's the word? Self-inflicted energy that was already at work. And yes, sometimes we take our freedom too far. And we need to shield and to protect our freedom, that what we have for ourselves and for everyone around us. So that's what they say. Okay, you have that strength, you have that energy. And that's how the divine feminine sees her inner divine masculine, that he is always there for her to protect. And we all have that inner knowing, and that connection with source that says, this is the right thing to do, this is the wrong thing to do. Now I have to shield and protect myself. Okay. Let's see, what is the universe saying? And that's how she sees her divine feminine masculine within herself, but also that's how she sees the divine masculine outside herself, that he is the protector, that he is there to protect and hold space for her, be kind and loving, and that he's watching her, watching over her, that nothing will happen to her. New starts. This is the last card. That's what they say. You get a total new start. The roads are opening for you. You can walk your own way. You're guided, you're loyal. Be loyal to yourself. You're in balance. Be that joyful energy for everyone around you. And walk your own path. Walk with the beat of the drum, your own drum. And maybe you're going for a venture, when everything is done and you say, okay, I'm done with this situation, I'm done with that situation, because that's the right time. We cut off things that are not longer serving us. We putting all our knowledge and all our grievances and pain and experiences in this huge cauldron, and we start to steer and steer and steer And when we transform, something beautiful comes out of it. We can start all over again, you know, because even death can stop us to transform and start over again. Because death and new beginnings are going hand in hand. So one thing dies, one thing blossoms, you know. One insight that we were holding on to, you know, disappears, and a new idea and inspiration is coming out of it. So it always goes hand in hand. And be loyal to yourself. Be loyal to the things that you do. Walk your path. Even if you have to do it all by yourself, you know, there's always a companion next to you, and that's your loyal dog that is walking with you, that is protecting you from making the wrong mistakes. And that's the same with the divine masculine also, you know, holding that space for you and being loyal to you. So that's really powerful. Be careful now in this time of being too impulsive, because if we are impulsive, sometimes we don't think enough about the consequences it can have later on. So think about the things now, what is happening in your life, what is happening to you, which direction you want to go. It's a good time now to go within and feel, what you think, you know, analyze the things, keep it in balance, you know, with the masculine and the feminine energy. So, yeah, well, this was it for today. Divine Feminine, see you next week with another reading, and all the love and all the blessings. And I see you next time. Bye-bye.